Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
What's going on, guys? Boscarel here with another Borderlands 3 build video. And for this video, I want to talk about my gun melee Amara. I believe I've already discussed this build in the past month or two, but anyways, I want to rediscuss it and make it a simplified version. And the reason why I call it gun melee Amara is because this is a gun build, and we're also able to take advantage of the fish slap, which is a melee attack. And I consider this to be the strongest build because out of all my tests with different builds, this is by far the build that gave me the fastest clear time in raids, whether that's in mobbing or bossing. Alright, and before discussing the build, please consider liking and subscribing, and hit that notification bell for more videos to come. So let's get right into the build. Okay, so now for guns, the only guns that I recommend are splash weapons. But of course, there are some guns that really stands out compared to the others. And the guns that I only use is the plasma coil and the free radical. The plasma coil is my main mobbing weapon. And for bossing, I use the free radical. The plasma coil, the anointment that I went with is the action skill and weapon damage is increased by 100%. And for bossing, I have two. One is with the face cast weapon damage anointment, and the other is the face slam weapon damage anointment. The face slam anointment, I use the fracture, not face slam, which is also under the face slam skill tree. I use it on grounded bosses, and for bosses that are too far away, let's say for example Grave Ward or Psycho Reaver, I use the face cast. Alright. And now there are really some tanky bosses, let's say for example the Seer or the Hag of Fervor in True Trials, or any trials on True Trials. If you want to kill the boss really fast, then I recommend the Guardian Angel, with the action skill and melee damage is increased by 100%, and the fish slap. Alright, and now for the shield. The only shield that I recommend is the Revolter with action skill start anointment. And for grenades, of course, the fish slap with different types of elements here, depending on the boss that you're dealing with. But for mobbing, I only use the radiation fish slap with the anointment on action skill and 50% bonus radiation damage. Alright, and for the class mod, I'm using a Kensei. After activating her action skill, Amara deals 10% bonus melee damage of her attuned element type with her weapons. I've already explained this class mod before in my previous videos. I'll just say it again. The 10% bonus melee damage isn't really melee damage, it's just bonus damage, which takes advantage of our skills or stats that boosts our melee damage. Let's say, for example, this one. As you can see, we're getting bonus melee damage from our passives, and also from our skills that boosts our melee damage. Let's say for example this one. Alright, and for the For the artifact, when using the guns, since I'm only using Malawan weapons, I went with the Malawan Company Man because it's just so good. But if you don't have a good roll, then the Pearl of Ineffable Knowledge or a Victory Rush is a good alternative. But if you really want the best, then a Malawan Company Man is your go-to artifact. Now, when using the Fish Lap, I just switch my artifact to the Unleash the Dragon because the Fish Lap plus the Shock and Rage from the Revolter plus the Ignite from Unleash the Dragon is just so incredibly powerful with Amara. Alright, now going to the skill tree. Oh, by the way, I want to rediscuss something regarding the Kensei. The stone artifacts, the Commander Planetoids, White Elephants, or Static Charge, or the Unleash the Dragon, they do not work with the Kensei. Alright? Just to be clear, I only use this when using the Fish Lap, but it does not, this Ignite chance from the Unleash the Dragon do not work with your guns. Alright, now going to the skill tree. Again, for the Kensei, the skills that only works with the Kensei are skills that boosts your melee damage, but not skills that are like melee kill skills. For example, this one works. No mistakes in nature. Whenever Amara inflicts a status effect on an enemy, she gains increased melee damage. Also this one, after activating her action skill, Amara gains increased melee damage. Even this, Illuminated Fists, increased melee damage, and Finder Center, increased melee damage. The skills that do not work with the Kensei are melee kill skills. Let's say, for example, this one. Whenever Amara kills an enemy with a melee attack, she gains a portion of the damage dealt back as health. This is a melee kill skill. It do not work. For example, this one. Killing an enemy with melee damage, it do not work. Body and Mind, it's a kill skill. Amara's melee attacks deal bonus splash damage. It do not work. Alright. By the way, Unweave the Rainbow also works with Kensei, and this has mayhem scaling. But the reason why I did not went with Unweave the Rainbow is this is only effective with mobbing, but not bossing, since we can't freeze bosses. And besides, Unweave, even without Unweave the Rainbow, Amara doesn't have any problems in mobbing. This is useless. I consider this useless, even if this has mayhem scaling. Alright, so now, going back to the skill tree, this is for my purple tree. As you can see, I only placed points here. I didn't went down to Joyful Freedom because I need the other skill points for my other skill tree. Now, here's for the blue tree. I just went down up until Avatar so that we can spam our skill twice. And you can just copy it. And here is for my red tree. I just went down up until I get that lifesteal from Sustainment, and you only need 1 point because it has mayhem scaling. No need to add one more. And here is for the green tree. I just went down up until Finder Center for more melee damage, since we're able to take advantage of this with our class mod. And yeah, pretty much that's it. The reason why I didn't went down to Joyful Freedom is because this gave me more DPS. This build gave me more DPS compared to going down here. Alright, so you can just copy my skill tree. And again, I only use the Expedite action skill augment. And for mobbing, I only use the cryo element, because cryo plus radiation from the plasma coil is really good in mobbing. And of course, in bossing, you can switch your action skill element depending on the boss that you're dealing with. And for mobbing, by the way, I use the Tyset Bind, the cryo element, action skill element, and the expedite. And for bossing, I just switch the action skill element and use fracture when I use the fracture on grounded bosses, and for other bosses I use the face cast. Alright, so here is my garden rank, and we're running it on Mayhem 11. Okay. So if you find this guide helpful, please consider liking and subscribing and hit that notification bell. It'll really help me out. I'll be placing the save file on the description down below, including on the comments. So you guys have a good day. Bye-bye.